These players, they are investments from the past. Otamendi. Kevin De Bruyne. They are investments from the past. This is what I call football. It's heritage. It's heritage. The fans which you speak with are different to the fans which I speak with, because the ones I speak with, they say they understand what is football heritage.
Oh, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you gotta do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode. Now, we stuffed up last week. We didn't give our predictions. Our predictions do pretty well sometimes.
Thank God.
Yeah.
I just had some deluded shit.
Can we get
I reckon we would have beat them. I mean, we're at home, we're at Old Trafford. I reckon we'll get them 1 or 2-0.
Yeah, that's
Honestly,
not delusional. That's fair.
Honestly,
No,
I'd have gone a lot higher.
See, guys, even the most non-delusional fan is fucking delusional, bro.
One deluded. But honestly, if you watch the way the game played, any other team puts 4 or 5 past Gala.
I just want you guys
At
to know,
home,
I'm a Galatasaray fan from birth.
Shout out to Samih, bro. He messaged me and he told me to put
Samih?
on. Yeah, Samih.
Shout out to Semi.
Semi, sorry, brother. I fucking don't speak Urgun Turkish, yeah? I watch all the shows, cuz, but I don't speak it, cuz.
Samih.
Speak Lebo, go.
What do you want me to say? ما حدا يحكي.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about our accent. You know what I mean? Nah. Shout out to Samih. He's a big Galatasaray fan, and he's been supporting them for ages. And he told me, make sure you grill Tanaka, the Man United supporter. So
Hey, with
this
love.
is your grilling, brother.
With love.
This is your
3-2 at home is embarrassing.
Honestly, bro, I've deeped it, and I'm gonna say something that resonates with Sui. I've accepted it. We're in our Warrior Sports era.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know exactly what I mean by that.
He actually accepted it.
We're in our Warrior Sports era. Until we get new owners, we're in our Warrior Sports era.
Bro, I had to cop it last year.
No. Last year's one thing. Remember Warrior Sports? Let's go back.
Back in the days.
I'm talking about signing Andy Carroll for 35 mil.
Yeah,
I'm talking about.
Yeah, the guy came out and said, I wish I felt my miracle. Yeah. That guy.
You're talking about Roy Hodgson days.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Fossil fuel football. Hey, big up my boy Roy Hodgson, bro. He's
Look
doing
at him
well.
now. Yeah, look at him now.
Look at him now, bro.
Hey, it's not about where you were. It's about where you're going.
It's that wavy period between Rafa Benitez and Roy Hodgson.
Yeah.
You know, that-
It's like,
It's when they signed Warrior Sports and
And
everyone was like, what the fuck is
and you know
Warrior
what? I can
Sports?
relate to it Bulldogs wise.
And then Brendan Rodgers came in and everyone's like,
Yeah.
And then Klopp came in.
And then Klopp came in and just, I'm just love him so much. But
so take it. Anyway, your Warrior Sports era.
Yeah.
So United Galatasaray, I want you to tell us about that game. We're going to wrap up Champions League very quickly. There's only 2 fixtures I want to talk
I'll do
about.
it quickly. We're the kings of our own downfall that game. Look, Onana.
No.
I've never seen someone so low on confidence.
Bro, I
And-
said this when we done a little episode of Mems, and I said, United fans are going to yell for De Gea back, right?
No,
Not
no.
you.
Yeah.
One sec. Not you. I know you. You will never do that. You're like, it's time for him to go. I understand. Like, the way you look at sports is the way I look at sports. I might have to eat shit for now, but I know in the long term, it's going to be a good thing.
And look, with the way he started, there's no guarantees it's going to work out. And that's football. Sometimes you sign a player who's good, doesn't come good. That might be what happens with Onana, but he just looks so low on confidence, and it's resonates through the whole team, bro. We score a goal, we cop a goal. It's just the way things are going at the moment. So, yeah, I think Gala just did what they had to do. And even that third goal that Icardi scored, like, that chip was so shit.
Bro, I could not believe my eyes when I woke up. I didn't watch the game. I woke up and looked at that goal, and I'm like, come on, bro. Icardi, Old Trafford, that chip from that far out.
What I want to do is shout out Rasmus Haaland, bro.
Yeah.
That guy had like a 9 out of 10 game that day.
He's
He's a baller, bro.
He's probably your best player. He's
Like,
so good.
bro, he
and he's
can
such
hold the ball up. He can link up. He's quick.
One thing about him, right? One thing about him, it's like, and this is Gabriel Jesus vibes.
Yeah.
They can get out of tight spots and like not lose their heads, right?
Yeah.
I see it with Nunes. He tries to, like, you know what I mean? He gets a bit lost. With Rasmus Haaland, like what I see in him, and I'm like, if this guy can just have a good team around him, he'll be up there in the top goal scorers in list for me. Up there in the top 5 at least.
But that's the thing that excites me about him. He's only 20.
Yeah.
Like, he's only had one season in, like, men's football. So the sky's the limit for him. It just depends what we do. But, yeah.
Not going to say it's an easy gig, but he just got... I mean, he's the only striker in the club, so he's got it easy. There's no competition.
There's no pressure on him.
There's no pressure. They paid a fair bit of money for him.
You reckon if Ronaldo stayed, Ronaldo would have sat on the bench for him or nah?
No chance.
No
No
chance,
chance.
okay.
No chance. No chance.
I just wanted to
Ronnie
ask that
wouldn't-
question. I don't know. It's,
Ronnie
Ronaldo,
wouldn't
because
sit on
when
the
he said
bench.
there's no one to push him, I'm like, Ronaldo was there, and I'm like, yeah, I know
Ronnie
Ronaldo
couldn't
was
sit
there.
on the bench with Martial, who's barely fit. What are you talking about?
Bro, Martial is not... Rasmus Højlund has more credit in the bank for me than Martial.
But
I'll
I'm
be honest
saying
with you.
Martial's not even fit, and Ronnie was like,
Yeah,
I'm not sitting
I'm not
behind
sitting on
that.
this. Nah, fuck that. Fuck this shit. I'm done, boys.
yeah.
Piers Morgan, where you at,
What was the
bro?
other fixture?
The other one is the big one, the one that everyone's
PSG.
talking about, the Champions League shock. Newcastle and PSG. I want to give
That
my...
wasn't a shock.
I want to give my opinion because we know ball.
The scoreline was a shock, I think.
Not really.
So
Any Premier League team would have done similar.
no, not any Premier League team.
Any-
Let's be real. Not any Premier League team. I know PSG are on a very big downfall at the moment, but when I was telling Fred, because Fred was putting a multi on, and I said, "Cuz, you're gonna win." Like, I don't know who you think PSG are. PSG have no mentality, right? They have no about them. Like, you know, when you look at Real Madrid, right, and these are two different teams completely. When you look at Real Madrid, right, what they've been able to do with a Jude Bellingham already, like, it's not because of the players around him. It's the culture of the club. It's what they represent. It's who they are. You know what I mean? In Champions League, doing those comebacks, beating Liverpool, who were the most informed team in the comp with City. Like, those things, I don't say PSG have anything of that. And they have some passionate fans, but no one will ever hear. They do.
Would
They're
you
very-
call that passionate?
Nah,
They
they're
just
very-
love a
they're just
protest,
aggressive.
brother.
Shout out
Tuesday, what are we doing?
Shout out the
Protest.
French. Shout out the French. The protest
Bro,
on
I'd
the
be
agenda.
protesting if I lived in Paris too.
Honestly, but back to PSG, I don't see them being as a very high caliber. Like, if we ever drew them in a Champions League, I would be laughing. Even when they had Neymar and that, I just never thought they was that dangerous. Although they were dangerous.
I used to think they were dangerous until we did the robbery in fucking...
Yeah, the Rashford goal, yeah? The Rashford
penalty,
goal.
the
The penalty.
penalty.
Bro, that game, I think we played like Fred. I think it was Mctominay. That team we put out was
Smalling.
disgusting, bro.
Yeah, so with PSG, I don't know why. I was telling Fred, bro, you're going to win. Like, first of all, Newcastle play good football, right? And when they're at home, they play energy, good football, energy. They're winning every
Telling
challenge.
you, Newcastle at St. James is like...
It's scary, yeah.
I
It's
keep
a fortress.
This is what I keep saying to Fred.
No, I agree with it.
Like, use away, I don't worry about you. But at home, like... they
Only
just-
Liverpool can do that with 10 men. No, but what I'm saying is with PSG, right? Even last year with Messi, with Neymar, they didn't have a midfield at all, bro. Like, they didn't have workhorses. They didn't have anyone around them that could do anything that would help the team. So when you come up against a midfield machine in Newcastle, and I know you don't rank them as high as Fred does, but they're still a good midfield. They have a balanced midfield. They got some quality players. When that happens, you're going to get crunched, bro. And exactly whatever we thought would happen. I told Mems. And Dan Burn scored, bro. So shout out to Dan Burn. He's been loyal for them for how long? He's been with them for a long, long time. So yeah, that's the glazing session for you, Fred. Enjoy that one. Newcastle are going to probably pass the group stage, I reckon. I think Dortmund and Milan are just... Milan could do something,
Nah,
but...
I think Milan have got a good shot because Milan, although they're not scoring goals, but they haven't conceded a goal in that group as well. So I think actually, no, sorry, that might be wrong. I think the first game was 1-1.
I hope Newcastle stays in it for as long as possible so they struggle in the Premier League and they understand.
I just don't think they'll be as good as they were last year. Like, you have to do more signings,
Not
surely.
even just that, but you've seen that everyone that was poor last season
Is waking up
back.
now,
Like,
bro. It's crazy.
Spurs have improved. What's it called? Liverpool have improved. Chelsea are looking like they're starting to get their shit together. Like, it's too early. The jury's out on Chelsea, but
Villa's looking good. West
Villa
Ham's
looks
looking good.
Brighton's
I want to talk
again,
about these in the later segment.
You know?
Let's get to McTominay, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Now listen. That game, first of all, I'm going to give my 2 cents on it. Man United did not deserve to win that game at all. They played shocking. They were boring. They were stale. They were just... That result was looking like it was going to be a big headache for Ten Hag in the press after that. You know, people are going to start questioning him, his job, blah, blah, blah. And then on comes the man, the myth, the legend, McTominay. The former striker now moved to midfield, right? And he bangs goals for Scotland, but he just... I don't know what it was. It reminded me of the Spurs-Liverpool game when Richarlison came on, and I had this little feeling that he was going to score the cunt. And I looked at top McTominay, and then I'm like, oh, imagine this cunt just scores the equaliser and they win the draw. They get the draw with that. Bro, the guy doesn't score the equaliser. The guy scores the equaliser and scores the winning goal, bro. TK, how do you feel about that? Especially with sending our condolences, I hope I said that word right, to Ferguson's wife, you know. And then McTominay, the Scottish fella, goes on and does that.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't celebrate that win that much or even either of his goals, and it has nothing to do with McTominay.
He's shocked.
First goals, no, not even shocked. First, both goals, the first thing I thought was VAR, is he offside? And I really had to wait before like both goals went in. So by the time the first one got confirmed, I was like, oh, mad. And the second one, he scores again. I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's early because I did the same thing against Arsenal. I remember when Garnacho scored, I fucking got up.
Nuts.
I was like, you fucking
Jib
dogs.
broken.
Fucking this, that. And then they went back to check it. I remember seeing the lines. I was like, he's onside. And they didn't give it, right? And I've been struggling to, like, get involved in the goals. But with McTominay, bro, deserves his flowers just for that game. Like, he came on and changed the difference. I think what you saw from McTominay is with Ten Hag, if he wants to do anything with his team, he needs to start dropping players that aren't playing well. Rashi, Bruno, he's got to figure out what he wants to do with Mason Mount and Bruno. Both of them can't play. One of them has to play.
It's a $60 million problem.
And the thing is right now is our so-called good players are not, they don't have the dog in them.
They don't.
You know, whereas you're seeing someone like Tominay.
I said this to you a few weeks ago and you tore me to pieces.
About what?
I told you your team has no spine.
No. I said no. I said the actual spine players aren't playing.
That's what I'm saying. But
the
I said
actual
but I said your team is spineless.
Yeah, I said what I then said about the spine players is Varane's got spine, but he was nowhere there to be seen on Saturday.
Varane's got no bones, cause what spine?
He's got no bones.
That guy's fucking always plastic.
I know what I'm getting from Varane.
What did Real Madrid? How did they?
He's not injured, so Ten Hag's pretty much load managing now, like what Coyote does at the Clippers.
Honestly, I saw Maguire and Evans in the starting lineup, and I'm like, this is gonna be.
But let's give a big shout out to Johnny Evans, bro. You know what? One sec. I want to give a shout out to Filthy Fellas, right?
Yeah.
Because I was watching them and they were ranking. They were talking about centre backs and whatever. Yeah. And they had Johnny Evans high up on their list. Like, they have a lot of respect for him. Yeah. Right? And I've never watched a lot of Johnny Evans.
Johnny's a good player.
No, but when they talk about an English player, I believe them. Yeah. Because... And then sometimes it's a bit overhyped because it's like they know him or something. But they actually like... Yeah. Bro, Johnny Evans is pretty decent. 1, 2, 3. And then everyone sent the lineup and everyone was like, what the fuck? And... It wasn't a defensive problem. I think they did good in the defense. Just the attack.
Midfield.
Midfield. But Johnny Evans, bro, he was good, bro.
Johnny Evans has been good every time. And funnily enough...
And he had 2 workhorses on him, Mbeumo and Wissa.
I know, but who's Johnny Evans last played for Man United in a well, I know he was around for Van Gaal, but he played in a title-winning team. He was around when we win titles. And you can see in the games he's played for us, he gets it. Like, I still don't think long-term is good enough. And I still question, why we had to sign Johnny Evans. Like, with all due respect, I'm not trying to take shine off him, but the manager got given Johnny Evans as a centre back to go into the league season. If you told me 8 games into the season we'll be starting Evans and Maguire, I'd be having heart palpitations.
That's crazy, man. Where was he?
I'm not trying to disrespect Johnny, but he's come in and the more he plays like this, the more I trust him, if that makes sense.
I fucking love you.
I just imagine TK saying
Johnny Evans. You know, when the lineup came up, Mems was like, bro, where's this Tanaka awake?
He goes, the lineup's fucked. I'm like, brother, I just need to be by myself.
Don't talk to me.
That's why I didn't
reply.
Him and Zach are the same. I swear I didn't hear nothing till the full-time whistle.
I'm looking at this, I'm like, Amrabat, Casemiro, Johnny Evans, Maguire. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, so...
No pace.
But with that being said, the more he plays like this, the easier it is to trust him. And when if he does make a mistake, you don't get as agitated or get as angry.
Because you know what you're going to get from him
Because you know what you've gotten. In terms of the game, I don't think it solves any problems. I think, again, just papering off the cracks because the players that Ten Hag wants to play are not performing.
Good point.
And the only way we get out of this rut, funnily enough, is you got to just put a team out that makes sense. Like, we look so much better when we put 2 wingers on. We put Anthony on, we put Garnacho on. Yes, Anthony didn't do anything on the ball, but what he does is he gives you width and he stretches the pitch.
Yeah.
Because he always stays out on that sideline before the ball gets to him. Yes, I know when he gets the ball, he cuts back in. But he allows you to stretch the pitch. He
stretches the field a bit, yeah.
Garnacho is direct as fuck. When you have Bruno and Mount
I love watching Garnacho, bro.
When you have Bruno and Mount playing on the right wing, they have a tendency to drift inside. It becomes so easy for the fullback, you know? So I think Ten Hag just has to get the team right, like in terms of play wingers on the wing. You can't play Bruno and Mount. It's not working. One of them has to hit the bench. I don't care who hits the bench. Actually, that's a lie. My personal preference? No, I'd rather Mason Mount play at the moment.
Really? At the moment, I get it.
At the moment, but I also think Mason Mount, one thing I've always criticised Bruno is he plays at 100 miles an hour. I always say this.
Yeah.
And Mason Mount, I feel, is more
He's got
cautious and he takes his time on the ball. And I think that's just what the team needs in the final third. Casemiro had a...
Bro, holy
That's
shit.
probably the worst game he's played for us. But
Bro, that's the worst game I think he's played in his career.
whatever. Like you
And the Liverpool one against 7-0.
You put that down to a bad day. The defense is the defense. I can't moan about the defense. Like at the moment, we're just gonna put out who we put out. But yeah, shout out to McTominay.
Boys.
One thing I want to say before we move on: Casemiro and AMRABAT together is bad. It's a bad idea.
I had an argument with... not an argument.
I think it works.
I didn't agree with you on this one.
I don't think it works. Who's gonna do the running? AMRABAT. Do you trust him to do the running?
100%.
Honestly,
hold on. Real talk. You saw him play 8 World Cup games for his country, give his blood and his skin for those games.
Yep.
I get it.
very important point that you're bringing up.
Can he do that every game for a Premier League season?
I don't think you play him every game in that next to Casemiro. I think you choose him for certain games. And what I mean by that is you rotate them out, right? So if you play him every single game, he's going to get found out. But that's like any player in the league. You play a player long enough, they'll look like shit.
Yeah, but the problem is when Casemiro and AMRABAT play together, it's the same player for me.
Yeah, but
I see them as the same player.
AMRABAT has a lot more to his game going forward.
AMRABAT is a more complete...
On the ball, AMRABAT is really good on the ball.
Yeah. But I'll tell you something.
The ability to see that.
If one of them stinks, it's a fucking disaster.
That's what I mean.
But
that's my only thing.
But then you look at the second half. He hooked Casemiro and AMRABAT held by himself.
Yeah. But we're saying you got 2 of these players now.
I think you need to play 2 of them.
Yeah.
Because I look at Spurs' midfield. I look at Liverpool's midfield. I look at City's midfield.
We've got no DM at the moment.
Huh? But it works because we've got
one DM.
You got players that can run and filter.
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from, but Ten Hag traditionally always played 2 6s.
Yeah.
Or 2 8s.
Double pivot, yeah.
Yeah, he's always played a double pivot. And I don't think you can play Mason Mount as your double pivot. You can't play Bruno as your double pivot. You can't play McTominay as your double pivot.
But if you play Bruno as a double pivot,
we've tried
I think
that.
we've seen it.
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
done it.
hoof it, Sean Dyche bricks it.
And that's what I mean. So, I think AMRABAT, he needs time to adjust into the league, but he's been playing this fucking left back, invert into the midfield bullshit. Because I just want a full back, bro. Yeah. That's all I want.
I'm just copying Pep, mate.
I just want a full back.
Big Ange is top of the league.
Fuck you, we're not talking about that.
Games.
We're not talking about Big Ange now. We're not talking about Big Ange.
Right.
Arsenal, Man City. Still fresh in our minds.
Big Ange is top of the...
Brisbane Roar! Sorry, for all of you who had to hear the ease drums pop off the TK. Let's talk about Arsenal, Man City. Mems is probably going to ghost this as usual.
No.
Okay.
Clear to hear his take because he said in the
I watched
chat.
the first half. It was a highly anticipated game. Obviously, first and second from last season.
So boring.
That first half was fucking boring.
So boring.
I think
the
the
worst
last
thing when you have 2 teams like that.
Play the same.
2 teams that played, and I said this to you. Arsenal and City playing versus each other is fucking. It's good. The peak of it might be great, but when I watched Liverpool City, when I watched Liverpool City play, it was oh my, it was just gegenpress versus tiki taka, and it was the most
and it's end to end.
Yeah, and it's end to end, and you don't know who's gonna shine. And
Jose versus Pep was fun because you knew what Jose was.
He was just hanging out.
Come
hanging out. Ronaldo Wolf.
Come.
And then these ones.
And then the Barcelona sprinklers come on. Okay, boys, don't get distracted with whoever's right now. Otamendi. Now listen, I said
3.
Here we go.
3.
1 sec. Hey, everyone looking at me. I'm speaking to your mic. Alright, pick him up.
Come on, that's it.
Otamendi.
These players, they are investments from the past. Otamendi. Kevin De Bruyne. They are investments from the past. This is what I call football. It's heritage. It's heritage.
It's so funny when you have the context to why you said that. We've just been knocked out of the Champions League by Sevilla. People are grilling me. Goes, you want to talk about football?
Yeah, and he pulled out his
encyclopedia.
He pulled out his notebook. He goes, in the past 7 years, the best position for Man United, third.
Because he had his notes. Yeah. He knew they were getting knocked out. He had all his notes.
I think that season, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if that was his second. No, it would have been his second season. Cunts were just starting to
It was after we won the Europa League too.
Yeah, the people were just starting to poking. And you could tell it was pissed off about everything that's happening.
And the fans which you speak with are different to the fans which I speak with. Because the ones I speak with, they say they understand what is football heritage.
That deserves a round of applause, lad.
Get him back in England, bro.
Get him in, bro. Give him to Luton.
You know what's the one thing I hated about Mourinho was when he was doing when he didn't have a job after we sacked him, and he was just doing little interviews, and it was just popping up on Sky Sports analysing games. I'm like, you're too big for this.
Now he pops up on my TikTok, like some guys impersonating
he was on TalkSport.
I'm like, bro.
And he's like, I think England
and manage a team.
Bro, he shows the England squad. He's like, I think England should play Jude and Rice. I'm like, bro, what a go.
He watches ball at home. Anyway, Arsenal, Man City.
Yeah, I've got a few questions for you. Sure. Right. First of all, I watched the first half. I really fell asleep. Woke up to 1-0 Arsenal. Greening out. Like, how did Arsenal even win that game?
Second half, by the way, before you go on.
It was good.
No.
Even worse.
We didn't register a shot in the second half.
58th minute was your last time you shot in that game. I don't know if it was on target or not.
It wasn't on target.
Just little stats that came into my head. But no Rodri, no De Bruyne, right? Doku came on a bit late. I think in the second half he brought him on. Man, I don't know. Second loss in a row for the City. Arsenal getting very confident after this, but I just don't. And Arsenal, but huge point. No Saka, it's massive for them, right? You watched the game. I didn't watch it fully. Tell me what you think.
Pep tried something new again. That's what he did.
And what's that new?
He tried you know what the Pentagon is. I'm not going to sit here and explain it to everyone. He tried the Pentagon. That's why Doku wasn't playing. He had the front three. Obviously, Haaland in the middle, Foden and Alvarez either side, rotating. So they literally rotate around Haaland like bees. They drop into the midfield.
I seen Foden playing left back at the one point.
Yeah. It was just, he experimented with something, and I saw what he was doing.
Overthinking. The end zones are getting to him.
I think
I love that about him.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Like he'll experiment at the worst
time
ever.
Yeah.
Because you're versing Sheffield. Go do it.
Can you imagine him in the World Cup final for Spain? And he's like, today I'm gonna play Rodri right wing.
And Rodri he's like, and we're getting Laporte back.
Like I love that about Pep. Like he experiments at the most inconvenient time.
Yes, men try to experiment in the fucking Pentagon, and the Pentagon is what we used against Inter Milan in the second half to get the goal, where the centre backs would advance, the wingers would drop in and create like a tight Pentagon in the middle, and you've got like 5 passing games that you can play with. It didn't work. We couldn't get the ball forward. We couldn't register a shot. And ultimately, that was our biggest problem. Because I don't know if you remember the first half when Arsenal were dog shit. They were rubbish.
David Raya
was
like about to get subbed.
They were rubbish.
In the 14th minute, I thought I had to substitute.
And he didn't do it. No balls.
They were rubbish, and we couldn't capitalize because we could not advance with the ball.
Yeah.
And Kovacic is a double agent by Chelsea.
But I honestly generally been saying, like, now that you've versed Arsenal, do you to some degree understand where I was coming from when I say they don't play that good when you verse them?
I get you. I'm so sorry.
Like it's so frustrating.
Because when we verse them, both games, brother.
I'm not trying to pull Arsenal talk shit on them, but like
they don't play good
when you're versing them. It's frustrating because you're watching.
No, but when you watch them against like a Brentford and that, you know,
that's not the measure of
that's not football,
what a good team is.
Anyway, finish your questions.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Kovacic?
Kovacic, bro. First of all, before we even get to Kovacic, I want to speak about Haaland, right? Because everyone's starting to put dirt on his name, and I have
syndrome.
Yeah, I have this. I had this thing where I used to say, me and Mems both used to say Alvarez is better than Haaland, but you can't
go back 10 episodes.
Yeah, but you can't say that in this day and age because some user 6331 is going to pull up stats, which is Tanaka, is going to tell you he scores goals, right? And I understand, but surely there's more to the game than goals, right?
No.
Especially making your team better.
No.
If you can win the game with your goals, then I get it. But you're versing Arsenal, right? Okay, now this is the problem with Haaland. This is why people will never ever, with their right frame of mind, say, I think he's the best player in the world. They just won't say it. You might get these young kids who just bought a City jersey, don't know nothing how City used to lose 8-1 to Birmingham City, or whoever it was. They know nothing. They just know Haaland scores goals and he's cracked every record. But it's about his team, bro. His team's very, very important. And he registered, I think, I read a stat, I don't know what the hell this stat was, 0.00 XG against Saliba in both games.
No threat.
But brother,
no
the guy was no threat. And this is the problem with having him in the team. When he's not on, he's fucking dog shit. And I remember last year they were interviewing him and they're like, he had 3 touches and scored 3 goals. And he's like, yeah, this is what I like to do. So it's all small and happy days when you're scoring the goals. But when you're not, and it happens for 2-3 games in a row.
Can I ask you a question?
Look, I know where you're going to go, TK. Hold on.
No, where am I going to go?
Let him ask. Let him ask. Go on.
How many chances did Haaland have yesterday? Created for him?
None.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with
For
that.
yesterday, I don't.
I agree with that, but guess what Mbappe would have done? And I hate the league that Mbappe plays in. But we've seen it in World Cup. He'll just carry the ball and go. You get me? This is why I look at them too differently. When someone says Haaland and Mbappe.
But we also say the flip side. You can't compare him on the narrative. Because when Mbappe does not carry the ball and go at people when he's playing through the middle. He carries the ball and goes at people when he's out wide. Because there's space and there's time to do that.
But Haaland, Mbappe in a game where... And I watched PSG a lot last year. Mbappe in a game where if they're struggling, he'll fucking want the ball. He'll go and get it. But with Haaland, it's just
I get where you're coming, but he can't do that because Pep will fucking annihilate
in the
him.
game, brother. When you're trying to make an impact on the game,
Pep will take him off.
No, he won't take him off. Come on, bro.
He took Henry off.
It's Haaland, cuz.
He took Henry off.
It's Haaland. It's Arsenal.
After he scored a goal.
Yeah, but he knows. That's different. It's different, cuz. He knows Haaland just needs one little chance. That's why we rate him so highly.
So there's this side, yeah. Haaland. He doesn't score for 4, 5...
No, but that's what I'm saying. But
look, this is what happens. He doesn't score for 4, 5, 6 games in a row. People start throwing dirt on his name and coming for him. Next 4, 5, 6 games, he's going to score 15 goals in those games and he's going to be back on the top.
I'm not throwing any dirt on him. Well,
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the internet right now because I'm seeing it pop up a lot.
It's a reactionary place.
That's a reactionary place. When I said it about a year ago now, probably more, but yeah, about a year ago now, when I said it, it's because I know my team and I watched that and I've seen that and I know what kind of player Haaland is. Amazing goals. But I would rather have Alvarez there. Just me. That's my personal preference. And now everyone's seeing it and kind of agreeing with me, but it's coming from the wrong place. You guys are looking at it like, oh, he hasn't scored for 6 games. He's rubbish. Bro, it's a slump. It happens.
It happens. Yeah, that happens.
He's been very unlucky, don't forget. Some of the chances he had.
He's missed a lot, yeah.
He's been very unlucky.
Hit the bar, miss, goalkeeper, unbelievable.
Goalkeeper just turns out and becomes prime Buffon out of nowhere.
That's not my thing. My thing is just get involved more.
I know, but then why the argument that I was bringing to you before we started the podcast is like, but what about what Haaland does off the ball? Like we're all talking and criticize what he does off the ball.
Very important.
But people are talking about how Saliba monstered Haaland. But that means Haaland's doing something off the ball.
Yeah, it was one tackle.
It was one tackle, but I'm saying like if you want to have a striker like Haaland, people forget that a striker's job is not only to score goals, it's to run into lanes. It's also to hold the ball up.
Draw centre backs out of position.
Draw centre backs out and literally be a focal point. He does that to a T. He's doing his job.
Does the best at it too.
He's doing his job.
I just could never rank him above Kane.
He needs Kevin De Bruyne there because look, at the end of the day, he's still young. He needs that. He needs that experienced playmaker who will feed him the ball and can read his runs and has a high IQ of the game.
And probably the only passer who can make certain passes.
Enter Kevin De Bruyne.
Freak of a ball passer, bro.
Enter Kevin De Bruyne. You need a guy like that to feed Haaland. He needs him.
I remember I was saying last season, bro, like some of the goals Haaland scored, no other striker scores.
No chance.
The ball doesn't get there. For starters, there's about 2. Haaland's just that it's
7 meters long.
Bro, it's up here.
They're not good passes.
You're like, bro, what the
yeah, that's the
They're not good passes. They're unorthodox passes, but Haaland can make it work. And he needs De Bruyne there. And I'm going to, bro, we don't have Rodri and we don't have Kevin De Bruyne. We win nothing. Without those 2 players,
facts.
We win nothing the rest of this season.
Facts.
At least Rodri at the minimum. Like those 2 players missing plays a big role. And people want to go, oh, but City, but they've got depth. But our team is young. Those are young, bro. None of those players in that starting 11, other than Kyle Walker and Edison, was over 23.
Fuck, I love Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker's
fucking goat. He's the greatest of all time. I might name this podcast the Kyle Walker podcast.
Greatest right back of all time.
Let's talk about Kovacic. We did the Haaland talk. Let's talk about Kovacic and TK and me. I'm pretty fired up about this. I don't know how you feel about this, Mems, but watching that game, right? Watching that, and I'm just like, first one should have been a red, right? If you want to be a harsh cunt, if you don't want to be a harsh cunt, you give the yellow. You do what they did. And then the second one, I was like, surely City cop a red. They haven't copped a red in a long time.
Mind you, this is not agenda driven.
And this is not agenda driven.
I'm on the same page as you guys.
And he said the same thing. He said to me, bro, if he was wearing a LFC jersey, fucking salam alaikum, 8 weeks. They'll simbing him.
They would have sent Kovacic and Foden for Kovacic's tackle.
It frustrates me how just last week we had the worst calls, right? And every single person focused strictly on that goal. And I was saying other things, bro. Because I watched my team all year this year. All right. I was saying like Jota yellow, all these things. I don't want to bring up anyway, but now they're not even doing that right. Now, bro, you had a big scare last week, but they worried about the wrong thing.
If KOVACIC got sent off for that tackle, the first one, I don't complain. No one complains.
No one complains. Everyone's like, fair play, we understand.
No one says a word. But they checked it. It wasn't that bad. Honestly,
okay.
It wasn't that
fair
bad.
Fair play, yellow.
They let it go, yellow, let it go. When he hit the second one, which was only a couple minutes
Done.
in between.
You probably went...
Yeah, it was only,
what's wrong with this cunt?
it was only a couple minutes between it. He went slashing into him again. I'm like...
Because you know when I had that feeling when Nunes headbutted the guy in Crystal Palace?
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what
when
the...
you know
I can't even defend you now.
That feeling when you know your player's going to get sent off. Like when Rodri did that, I knew he was going to get sent off. I knew he was going to get sent off and he didn't. He didn't. And then I'm like, oh, the ref's shitting it because he just gave him a yellow. And now the guy's gone and made another tackle that arguably another yellow card.
No, what, the second one?
It's definitely.
Bro,
did you see his reaction the first thing he did? He went...
He's like... Who are the ref?
Oliver.
Yeah, he's
Oliver,
like, nothing.
To kind of...
You didn't watch Kovacic's face?
Which
Kovacic was walking.
Yeah. Kovacic is like, hey, Pazzi.
He was
I'm not
walking.
getting paid for 6 weeks. My wife's going to get tied up in some basement now. Pep's going to tie her up. And I'm fucking done. I'm done.
This isn't Chelsea.
I'm done. Calvin Phillips is going to take my job.
Calvin Phillips is spewing. Pep will play anyone CDM except him.
Bro, Calvin Phillips. Bro,
He put Bernardo CDM.
Bro, Pep told him, leave, you dumb cunt. And Calvin's like, oh, no,
I reckon, okay, if Bernardo gets injured and we lose Kovacic, we have no central midfield.
No, Sergio Gomez will play there.
Pep will play there. Pep himself would lace up and play there.
The compass.
Okay, guys, so today I will be holding. Calvin's like, what about me? Fuck off, I told you leave. Shut up. I told you leave in January.
Even the commentator said, imagine being Calvin Phillips, like your
but
your
the
second
commentators
choice.
the commentators say that because they're English.
You can't even say second choice on the...
I like when you look at paper, you go, all right, CDM. We've only got two.
One,
Rodri and
Kovacic is
Calvin.
at 8.
No, we've got Rodri and Calvin. We've only got two. When Rodri goes, you go, yeah, Calvin. No.
He tried that and went, I've seen enough.
I've seen enough, boys. This cunt doesn't even recover.
Even, but you can play Matthias there. Matthias is a CDM.
Yeah, he can hold.
He can hold, but I don't
He can hold for a game or two.
And he's got the dog in him playing for
I love that cunt, bro.
That's what I mean.
I fucking love that cunt,
bro.
bro.
I love that we signed
I told you
him.
you're buying a gem. I was talking about him last season.
Absolute gem.
40 million we were going to get him for. What'd you get him, 50?
40.
Yeah, beautiful. What a
Yeah.
price.
But
yeah, we all agree. So you usually agree that should have been...
Double yellow. Double yellow.
should have been
I don't
double
care
yellow.
in which way it comes. It should have
But
walked.
in saying that as well, this weekend I noticed consistency with the calls.
Fuck no.
No. Consistency
No
with
way.
not giving the second yellows.
Yeah.
That's
Alright.
what,
But that's
it was
what I'm saying. It's a fuss, bro. And that's why I also write up in the group chat. I'm like, I hate how the refereeing decisions this year. So let's give more yellows. Let's give more red cards because it makes the game more entertaining. But none of these refs have the balls to want to make a decision.
They make a big decision
no
in the
one-
first 5 minutes and then they don't make one after
like,
that.
and this is what pisses me off. And I don't want to bring up Liverpool, but like, remember when Trent used versus Newcastle? Trent got that yellow card 3 minutes in for throwing the ball away, right?
It was on slopes the whole game.
Whatever you go, it's a nothing yellow, whatever, right? But then Trent in the same sequence, then I think he pulled Gordon down or he bumped into Gordon. The ref stalls it for a foul. You go, that's a yellow card.
That's actual the real yellow card.
That's a yellow card. But he doesn't want to bring the yellow card out because he goes, I can't give a red in the first 6 minutes.
I just fucked up.
I can't give a red in the first 6 minutes. And that's what I hate. Like, you can't play HK and want to give yellow cards.
The rules are the rules.
Right?
Follow them.
You want to give them out. But then when you got to make a big decision, oh, no, it's an Arsenal Man City derby. I'm not going to send someone off. If we go into the Liverpool game, this is probably a good feed into the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
But you look at the Liverpool game, how was whoever the player was not sent off?
All right, let's get into the other games review. We're going to do this segment every single week. We're just going to pick some 3-4 good games. First game we'll talk about is
I'll
Liverpool
go fuck
Brighton.
myself.
Oh, you're still going to keep
What
on?
do you want to do about City, bro? What?
No.
I don't get it.
No. You just said, we'll do this, me and you.
No, I was saying every week we'll do it. Like,
I
we'll
thought you
do
just meant you and him.
No, what the fuck? Well, you're on your phone. So, anyway, first game, Liverpool Brighton.
wasn't.
2-2. What a game, entertaining for the neutral, right? Let's get straight into it. The only thing I want to talk
Salah
about...
is the best winger we've ever seen in the Premier League.
You know me. You know where I stand. I don't want to have arguments with Chelsea fans because I'm going to get to them. You know, they have a little bit of celebrations today. Shout out to Jimmy Stangles.
Shout out to Raheem.
Jimmy Bangles. Liverpool
Shout out
Brighton.
to Arnold. He might come back on soon.
Yeah, he might be back.
Nah, I think he needs get out of the top 10 and then...
He needs to win a league before.
Oh, I love him. They won a game against, I can't remember who it was, and he's like, boys, we're back.
I was the Who was it? Was it the Champions League game?
No,
not Champions League, sorry.
The FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
He's like, boys, I think we're back.
Carabao
Posh is
Cup.
cooking. Anyway, Liverpool Brighton 2-2. Entertaining game for the neutral. Entertaining game for everyone. We played like dog shit. The only thing I want to talk about in this game is, well, a few things. Shout out to De Zerbi. Always has respect. Always backs Klopp. Also, the red card. Now, me and Tika were talking about this red card earlier.
He's just lubing up people, by the way, because he
Who?
wants a big job.
Yeah, he knows it. He's like, I'm waiting for Klopp to get sacked, Pep to leave.
Pep, Klopp, who do I need to lube up?
Yeah.
Poch is fucking close.
No, but I'll tell you why I'm speaking about him, because I like what he said in the press conference. He goes, Klopp for me is always right. 99% of the time he's right, and I agree with this. He got robbed. I'm agreeing with him. So that's one thing. But that red card in the first half, leading to Salah's penalty, insanity, bro. It's another week, and I hate complaining, bro. Wallah, I hate it. It does my head in, cuz. Like,
He doesn't want to complain.
I don't want to complain, brother. I'll win, lose, no problem. I'll complain about my own team before I complain about anything. But in every single law of the game, that's a red card, right? I remember Reece James against Chelsea. We shot. Reece James puts his hand out. It's a handball. Denied of a goal. Red card. Penalty. Bro, we didn't even see a yellow. We didn't even see a yellow card.
Didn't they change the rule?
Doesn't matter.
You can't get the double whammy. That's the double whammy rule, yeah?
Bro, no.
The double whammy rule only applies if, I'm pretty sure it says if you're going for the ball. The
Okay.
guy made no attempt.
That's the one. Sorry, yeah, because I
The
thought the same
guy
thing as
made
you.
no attempt for the
Nothing.
ball.
He just pulled his shirt, bro. Pulled him down. And there's no yellow, no red, right? And that affects our result, bro. We could have won that game. You know what I mean? We could have.
You guys got robbed out of 6
Could have been a
points, bro.
point.
You guys got robbed out of 6 points.
Gravenberch,
But I'm hearing Liverpool might get 1 point added on to their tally.
No, I don't think so.
Nah, no way.
Nah, no way. You can't
No,
take
you
two
can't-
off
you
them.
can't do
You can't
that.
do that. It won't happen.
Can't do that.
As much as I'd love to, that's the right thing for me.
Yeah.
Because you don't replay, you don't get injuries,
Just give him a point.
just sort out the result and happy days.
I'm sorry, I'm more of just a cop
Let it
it
go.
and go. But
I'm with ya.
Make changes to the way we referee. I'd rather.
No,
see,
I'm with ya, but I'm
I'd
saying-
rather see those changes than Liverpool copping a point. I
If
was a
there's
Liverpool fan.
anything that could happen, that's what I would want.
Yeah.
Really, just the fair, like at the goal done, and it can't be realistic because you could never know what happened
Yeah.
if that goal was given. But that red card shambles, bro. I want to give a big shout out to one person, Ryan Gravenberch, bro. Signed him for 30-something million. The guy looked like he wanted to commit. I don't want to say the word at Bayern. He just was just upset because every day dirty at the world. Now Klopp's just giving him zesty touches on his face and shit. Gravenberch's smiling. He's like ear to ear. I'm just happy with him, bro. I like what we signed. I think it's perfect for what we need. And I don't know how we're gonna challenge for the title with no 6. It baffles me, cuz I don't know how we're winging this shit right at the moment.
No, it's not that hard, bro.
No, it's hard, cuz.
No, bro, you just gotta beat
McAllister
the-
on the
no,
6
no.
yesterday was a disaster.
Nah, but you know what? That goal you consider, I put that more
Van
on Van
Dijk,
Dijk.
yeah.
Than McAllister.
No, but did you watch the game?
No,
McAllister
I watched this.
McAllister was very
the mini.
double agent. Was very casual yesterday. At the 6.
Yeah, but he might be emotional, bro. You
That's
forget
true.
that.
That's true.
Like, we think these players are robots.
No, but I'm just saying. No, he's not a great 6.
Yeah.
We all know that anyway. So
I know, but he's good enough to beat anyone in the top 10 playing 6 is my point.
Definitely.
And the way I look at the league, if you want to win the league, right, just make sure you beat all the teams.
every position
Top
wise.
10, right? You beat every single team, bottom 10, sorry. Right? There you go. That's 20 games,
Yeah.
give or take, that you've won. Then you got to make sure you win all your games at home against the big 6 if you can, or big 8, whatever you want to call
That's
it.
total. Yeah.
And then away to them people, minimum draws.
You have to at least.
Minimum draws. And you start thinking,
Oh, the league's
yeah,
on.
we're in a title race.
I like how you look at it. You did the maths on it, bro. I like it.
Nah, that's how I look at winning the league. Like, if you want to win the league, literally, bottom 10, you should be beating them home and away.
100%.
Doesn't matter.
100%.
Doesn't matter who it is. Top 6, try win all your home games. If you get draws, maybe
Yeah,
lose a
Burns,
game.
we
here
should
and
have won
there,
both
away.
days. We should have won both those games, bro.
That's what I
It
mean.
is what it is anyway. Let's talk about West Ham and Newcastle. What a game, bro. Honestly, what a game. You want to say it?
Top 2 midfield, Fred.
He's watching this shit too.
Top 2 midfielder. Tonali's a jock man.
bro.
Tonali's a
Bro,
jock
did you see that
man.
photo of David Moyes laughing at him?
Yeah.
I sent it in the group so
Yeah,
Fred
he's
can
a
be.
jock man.
Bro, let's talk about West Ham, bro. Because they've been a surprise this year, straight out. They've signed some good players. Ward-Prowse, Kudus. What a goal.
Kudus goal was
What a
beautiful.
goal from Kudus, bro. And I've been rooting for this black since the World Cup, bro. And he did me freaking proud. And then I just don't know how West Ham signed all these players. No disrespect to West
Take the
Ham.
Rice money, baby.
Yeah, no disrespect to him. But, cuz, like, fucking United should have did this. Newcastle should have did that.
No, that's competent.
Chelsea.
Like, if you're competent, you go get these players.
Yeah.
Alvarez, we were talking about big stars and rap. Alvarez, Kudus, good player. Good. I don't really know much about him.
Doku.
Who?
Doku.
Doku? You don't know much about Doku?
No, Odegaard. We're talking about West Ham.
Oh, yeah.
I think you're just talking about players in
Word?
general.
The Moroccan?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Alvarez, because you said Alvarez. I'm like, what?
Edson Alvarez.
Edson Alvarez, yes.
Odegaard, I don't really know
He was
much
there for
about
2
him.
years, but he's been there for a while. Agued.
I don't even know
What
much
happened
about
to
him.
Skamaka?
Skamaka just
He's
went back to
I think he
Italy.
went to
Oh, did he?
Italy.
Bro, the mob got involved in shit, because West Ham were like, we don't want this guy anymore. But yeah, bro, West Ham are building well. I think they've done very well to get a point.
Fucking Sushek. I love Sushek, bro. He always pops up
He
with a
scored
goal.
in like 6 minutes.
Yeah, bro.
Has he know he hasn't scored in his career or something for like West Ham? And then this season he scored like 3 goals
No,
already.
he scored.
Has
scored.
he?
Even
Who's
last
the other
season.
guy then? Kufel?
No, last season.
They got 2 frauds in that team, bro.
Are we done with Prem talk? Because there's something I really want to talk about.
No, I still got 2 more games. Wolves and Villa. I don't know how. Quickly, I don't know how fucking Villa didn't win that game, bro. Go watch the highlights, you freak. And shout out to Chelsea and Burnley. Chelsea scored 4 goals. Shout out to Jimmy.
Bro, Burnley scored first, and all they had to do was keep them out. I don't know what's wrong with Kompany. Like he can't get this
We're
Premier
gonna
League.
talk about him. Do you want to bring up
The
what you want to
big
bring
leagues,
up?
mate. Sometimes you gotta bend the philosophy.
He cannot get it right, man.
What do you want to talk about?
He cannot get. I'll talk about it at the end.
Okay, because I got quick fire at the end. So
Yeah.
Kompany cannot get that right, man. That Premier League thing is not treating him well.
Bro, he's got a bend in his philosophy. Just put 10 behind the ball and hoof it up.
I hope they don't get. I hope they're gonna get relegated, but I hope he doesn't get sacked.
I think he will.
Yeah.
Usually when a club gets relegated,
you know who's gonna take over? Jesse Marsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Burnley.
Yeah, you know, it was crazy.
More's a tough place.
It was so unique that he got to score the other day in the game. I thought that was really
He
unique.
always says the same thing. You want to? What do you want to speak
I
about?
love manicking Americans.
Fucking Americans. What do you want to talk about?
Madrid fans are getting so loud.
Okay, let's talk.
Bellingham is amazing. I understand. He is a generational player.
He said this last week.
I said this last week, but the audio didn't come out too good,
yeah.
Chief,
Okay.
so I have to say it
Okay,
again.
let's do it. Let's do it.
Your floor.
Bellingham is an amazing player. I understand, but he is shining in a pile of shit. Is what he's doing right now. He is a gem surrounded by rubbish bags because that whole Real Madrid team is rubbish. They are playing rubbish football right now. They're not. Have you seen a Real Madrid game?
I think they've been pretty good for the last 2 games.
2 games.
But before that was a bit awful.
Across the season, they're pretty awful.
Top of the league, baby.
Are they?
Yep.
Okay.
Giselu, baby, he's scoring goals.
Still pretty awful. Now, if there's a striker at Real Madrid who can score goals, do you think Bellingham...
Giselu.
Joselu to be exact.
He scored 5 in his last 6.
If Benzema was still there, do you think...
They'll be fucking raping it. 100%.
If Benzema was still there, do you think Bellingham would score anywhere near the amount of goals he
Okay,
scored?
so let's give a lot of praise where it's due, right? To go into a new league, I know I don't have the La Liga that high compared to everything else. But to go into a new league, to go to a team like Real Madrid, I think it's the best move for him. And he's going to score goals because he's a great player. And he's always going to be in the right place. And he's playing as a striker, a false 9 kind of thing. You know what I mean? He's got Vinny. They got good players around them, bro. Let's not forget, this Madrid team, they haven't bought a left back or right back in ages.
No.
Right? That's their biggest problem. But Carvajal is like unbelievable at the moment, from what I'm hearing. You got Valverde playing right wing, Camavinga playing left back. So I think you're a bit harsh on them right now. You are.
I'm harsh because I hate Madrid fans.
I know you hate them, and I hate them. I hate them
Probably
too.
one
But
of the worst fan bases.
they are very reactionary.
Most of them are yours too.
Yeah,
I just want you to know, most
we
of them
jump
are...
ship and then we jump.
Yeah.
And then like we're not going back.
Yeah, like Luka Modric will sign. Like United will sign Luka Modric next year for like 70 million. It will happen. I can see it happening. No, but you got to give credit where credit's due. I'm a Barca fan, but bro, when Jude was going, it was either Liverpool or Madrid. I said, obviously, I'd want him at Liverpool. I think it'll be a better move because it's quicker. Like he's shadowing in the best league. But if you go to La Liga and you adapt and you become that, I think great move for him. And but the guy's generational. Let's be real. People are already saying like he can be England's greatest player. It's the pressure's already started, and the way he handles it.
And that's probably why he didn't go to England.
That's very true.
Imagine he rocked up to Liverpool and in a scenario
had 3 shit games
and
in a row.
he's flopped the first 4 games or he's not playing well.
Media would.
And this is the thing about
Especially
England.
in Liverpool.
And the thing about England is like
for Liverpool.
they eat people up.
Yep.
Like, bro, it doesn't matter who you are,
Trent,
you get eaten
Reece,
up.
James, Calvin, Phillips,
Reece
Jack
who?
Grealish. Reece James.
Who's that? Is he still registered?
Jack Grealish. Who else?
Everyone.
Like you haven't even
Harry
gone into,
Maguire.
you haven't
No one
even
is
gone into the
safe.
foreign players as well. We'll cop it 10 times worse.
No one is safe.
You
No,
know,
no one is
so
safe.
But
I think
Salah, look, you just this is how I look at it. Look at Salah. Yeah? If Salah had a different nationality,
If Salah was
he was
English.
if Salah's English,
If Salah was
bro, I
Brazilian.
will tell you, he deserves to win the
If
Ballon d'Or.
Salah
not
was,
Messi.
if Salah was Brazilian. Can you imagine?
if Salah was English, you'd be knighted by now.
Yeah. No.
I mean,
Henderson has, I think. Sterling has.
Yeah, Sterling.
I'm not taking the piss. You would have been.
They would have done the knighting.
They would have knighted him. Man.
Mohamed knighting Salah
Mohamed Salah MB.
under the Christmas tree.
It's Mohamed Salah MB.
No, I get where you're coming from, Ems. I get where you're coming from, but I just think Madrid are a big momentum team as well.
They are. And
Come
they're,
up
they're
against.
a big club. They're a big club.
Come to the Etihad, brother. I'm waiting for you. Come,
Right, I
meet me there.
think right now it could be Madrid, but in February Madrid just turns into a different team.
By the way,
I can't never talk shit about him.
exactly a year ago,
started?
this week. No, exactly a year ago. This week, I flew 25,000 kilometers across the world to watch my team lose 1-0
To Liverpool.
to
the
Liverpool.
most out of form Liverpool in the last 5 years.
Yesterday, I woke up at 3 a.m. to watch my team to lose 1-0 against Arsenal. It's just October and me inconveniencing my life to watch my team lose 1-0. Just going hand in hand.
Oh, you got an easy dub coming soon. Manchester Derby's in 3 weeks.
Is it? Wow. No, we got Brighton right after the international
Yeah, I think
break.
the game after Brighton.
Boys, we're going to do quick fire, then just wrap it up. Do you want to do a fraud of the week? I miss fraud of the week. Does anyone want to do a fraud of the week?
Play it. You know what I'm talking about.
After the quick fire.
Let's do quick fire. Then
Let's do quick fire. I'm going to ask you a few questions. Everyone just answer very, very quickly. All right? Top four.
Top four what?
Finishing.
No.
Who's
Who
going to
do
be...
you see finishing? Okay, let me rephrase that. Who's going to finish in the top four?
I think the top four that we have right now is the top four we're going to have for the rest of the season.
So City.
Tottenham, Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool.
Okay. TK,
I think we'll
say your
see-
teams. Say your teams.
I think we'll sneak in there. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, United.
Come
Wait,
on, bro.
is that too many teams?
Come on, bro, please.
Bro, we're 5 points off Liverpool.
Please.
We're 5 points off
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
Arsenal. No. Did you say Liverpool?
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Liverpool win the league?
No order.
No
order.
You said
Okay.
Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Man United.
Okay. So yeah, I'd say this is my order actually.
Like
City,
you say you're 5 points off Liverpool, but you're also 5 points off Brentford.
Anyway, listen, we're not doing that, but it's quick fire. Fuck
go
me,
away.
we can never get anything right on this show.
Sorry.
Ever. Top four. I think it's going to be City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and Spurs. That's my final top four.
That's the top four that's
Boys,
in there, right?
underrated signing. Just pick a player and tell me him. One or two.
Tonali.
Can you come back to me?
Okay, I'm going to say James Ward-Prowse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, now you all want to have a bit of knowledge, huh?
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Yeah. Let me talk.
All right, boys, underrated signings for this season. I'm going to ask you the question again.
Jeremy Doku.
Mickey Van Ven.
Yeah.
I'm going to say James Ward-Prowse. Signing of the season.
Fucking
So far.
a hard one.
So far.
In the Premier League.
Matters.
Oh, yeah, matters. Yeah. No, easy.
I'm going to say Mickey Van de Ven. Stability, bro. He made Romero the best, one of the centre backs in the world, cuz. All right. Favorite game that you've watched this year? I'll go Liverpool, Newcastle, 10 men, 2-1, Darwizi, baby.
9 man.
10.
Was it 10? When did you
9
do
was
9
last
man?
week. Alhamdulillah. Every week is fucking huge.
Yeah, I'm losing track.
Favorite game you've watched, TK?
Favorite game that
Look at TK's. Hello, darkness.
My mind's
No,
just
it
doing
doesn't
this.
have to be for your team.
I
mate.
know, but my mind's just doing
Villa and Brighton.
What,
The one we
last
watched
week?
the one we watched together.
Okay, well, that was a great game.
Yeah.
That was a great game.
Was that the one that lost 6-1?
Yeah. 5-1, 6-1. Yeah.
5-1.
Crazy result.
Yeah.
Tough one, huh, boys? I got the questions. I'm the greatest producer in the fucking world. That's why I got the book this week, not Mems, bro. Took it off his job this week.
Yeah, probably go the same. Villa, Newcastle, or whichever. The game where
5-1?
whatever the game that finished 6-1, 5-1.
Villa Brighton.
Where Brighton, yeah.
Villa Brighton.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Villa Brighton. Okay. Who's gonna get relegated?
The teams that came up.
Luton,
I have a simple thing to say. I watched Luton Town the other day, right?
Yeah.
Me and Mems, we watched the game. It was Luton versus Spurs. Wahyat Allah, I've never watched more IGA, no frills, right? Defense in my life.
I don't know how
I've never
Spurs
watched a
didn't-
bunch of bozos defend like that in my life. That was the worst, like...
But with that being said, bro, let's shout out Luton to be fair.
Shout
man.
out to Luton.
He's
I
going
respect
down.
them, shout out.
Enjoy the party.
Yeah,
but
I think
the
that's what they've
door's
done.
that way.
No,
yeah.
I think they've done that already.
Do you know what?
Like, I'd love Luton to stay up because it's just a good story,
Nah,
bro.
I
It's
love-
just a
I love
feel-good
it.
story.
Look. They've won a game, and they're out of the relegation zone at the moment. For
Okay.
now, so they could very well stay up because Sheffield and Bournemouth are so much worse.
I feel so bad for Sheffield. Sheffield are the better team out of all these three.
yeah,
teams.
but they're just unlucky.
Sheffield, they play good football, bro. They actually play good football and they actually compete. But then when the big team comes and gives them a little 1 goal, 2 goal, it's done.
Yeah.
Burnley, this Vincent Company, brother, he's on my fraud watch straight up. You know, you played in the Premier League like 5-6 years ago. You know how tough the league is. All right. Now you got this Burnley team and you're trying to make superstars out of superstars. I know what you're trying to do. And I love what Vincent Company was doing.
He's the guy on the phone to Pep.
Yeah, he's just always calling, and Pep's like, "Fuck, this guy does my head in. Why did he get his badges? Wallah." I might just be real with him and tell him.
No, Vinny, no.
Yeah, I might just be real with him and tell him.
The Pentagon, but Vinny, it's gonna work.
I've got to try this.
Vinny's got some 17-year-old white kid from Turf Moor just running around. It's not gonna work. Change it. Because I really, man, I wouldn't like to see Burnley stay up, but I'd like to see Company stay up because I think he's a good manager. But work with the tools you have, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah, we think the relegated sides are the relegated sides. All right, boys, 3 more. Best goalkeeper in the league so far.
David Raya.
Alisson Becker. You
No,
can't
it's
even
not
argue
David
with me.
Raya. What did we say? Cross, inshallah, Vicario.
Ariola.
Ariola's been gone.
Vicario.
Like
for
this season, Ariola, yeah, for me.
Okay, so you got...
Are we doing top 3?
No, you got... So
Yeah, Ariola, sorry, yeah.
me. Vicario.
I'd say Alisson. Best centre-back. You can pick
Again,
more than
yeah,
one.
I like
pick
Can I
one.
say that? Ruben Diaz has been stinky.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was going to get
Yeah.
to.
Again, I'm just gonna go Mickey again. Like,
Come back to me.
oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're my height. Hey, Mickey.
I have to say, I would say Spurs' defense has been the best.
Yeah.
So I'd say Mickey Van de Ven and
Yeah.
Romero.
Van de Ven. And I'm going to put Gvardiol up there because I like what I've seen from him.
Bro, and Ruben Diaz has been shocking this year, by the way.
He's been stinky.
And I don't think
Yeah.
Van Dijk's been bad as well. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to like the top centre backs. I don't think they've been.
No, Diaz has
No,
been
I think
stinky.
it's just the last.
but,
I think it's the last game. I don't
yeah,
think.
but yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Best midfielder.
Julian Alvarez.
Nah, fuck no.
I don't want to give it to Matters again, so I want to give it to Declan.
I'd go Szoboszlai.
So the reason
Maybe some bias. Listen, Szoboszlai, you sexy cunt. Maybe I'm being biased for you or but just the effort I see is just unmatched, bro.
Yeah.
So you'd say what?
If I was to say no Julian Alvarez, because I'd say he's been my midfielder for me anyway, because I've seen him the most. But I would probably go Declan Rice as well.
And you said Declan Rice.
Yeah, only because the Sixers and those type of players, they don't get shout-outs, bro.
No.
Yeah, that's very, very true. And then the best attacker, and I got one more after this. Best attacker this blah, I can't even talk, boys. Best attacker in the league so far, boys.
Stats speak for themselves. Mo Salah.
Son Heung-min.
I'd say Mo Salah. Assist, goals. He's doing everything right now, bro. No matter who's playing Diaz, Jota, Gakpo, Nunez, he's just doing it all himself, bro.
Or Hwang Hee-chan.
Nah,
Korean guy.
I love
the
the
Korean guy.
The Korean guy.
Shout out to the admin, bro. Wolves. Boys, one player you've been disappointed. This is the last question. The most disappointing player of the season so far. It's a hard one because
There's been a lot.
it's been a lot.
Yeah.
But I really can't bring one to my head right now.
Cass.
Oh, that's a good shout.
I'm watching him every week. Like, I don't know.
I'm just
Zinchenko.
yeah. Fuck Zinchenko. I'd say Rashford, bro.
Nah, it's just Rashford. Rashford's hot and cold.
No, but I'm gonna hold him to the regards that they held him last year.
Yeah, but he's hot and cold. Like,
Disappointing. Who else would you say, bro?
The whole Chelsea squad.
I feel bad for the Chelsea squad. I don't want to go in on him yet. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck, I'm just gonna stick to Rashford. You go Casemiro.
It's
Who do
too
you go?
early to do these things.
No, that's why I like the
I've-
international break. We got no
yeah.
football. We got a bit of content to do. You know what I mean?
Australia versus England this week for the international break.
We will be there. We will be there.
Will we? Is it in Australia?
Yeah, boys. This is fraud of the week, and then we'll wrap this up.
And it's time for
This award for the biggest fraud. Where is the results?
Boys, fraud of the week. Last one before we wrap it up. Mr. Tanaka, have you got anything in store for me?
my manager.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag's copying some slack from Tanaka. I never...
It's gotta rotate the team, bro.
Yeah. Mems, your fraud of the week. Tough one, huh? I don't even
Pep
have one.
Guardiola.
Fuck, are we all
Why are you
going-
experimenting in an Arsenal game, bro?
Yeah.
Keeps it fun. I like it.
Yeah.
Not for me.
My one's a bit serious, boys. Zinchenko. I don't even have to tell you.
Say less.
I don't even have to tell you why, but
Fuck that guy.
Scumbags gonna be scumbags.
How
And
do you cry like that on
shout
the
out
field?
to Ozil, big up Ozil. I love
Yeah,
you, brother.
shout out to
And
Ozil.
shout out to all the boys who stay
How
solid.
how do you cry on the pitch?
I don't
like
know.
that?
We're not gonna get into
I'm
it.
not gonna get into it, but I'm just gonna be very vague.
Oh, the crying on the pitch burns the fuck out of me.
How do you cry on the pitch like that in front of the world for the world to see? And I felt sorry for him.
No, you're a bozo.
I don't know, back then.
Bro,
No.
I'll tell you something, yeah. When Trent nutmegged him, wallah, on everything I own, I knew he was going to cry. And it was just memes in my head, yeah. But I'm like, this cunt's going to cry. Then you see him on the bench, he's like, maybe he didn't cry. He's like, and I'm like, bro, this guy deserves to think, bro. That's
Anyway,
us, man.
guys.
That's us. Love you all. Look after yourselves. The False Nine Podcast. 1 a week.